Hi, I'm Jerry, and I'm pretty excited because we were actually just sent this farmhouse style executive desk that's 47 inches wide for my daughter so she can actually do her studies on it. And I am already impressed with the quality that this is and how this came packaged in this box. It comes right with the instructions on top, your hardware inside this box, everything's labeled, everything's laid out. Let's get started and get this thing put together. So before we tear into this too much, it's a good idea to lay out all your boards like it says in the instructions. It does say that you're going to need 3 tools. You're going to need to have a hammer, a flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips head screwdriver. If you have power tools, just make sure you set them on slower speeds so you don't end up overstripping any kind of screws that go into the woodwork. The instruction guide itself is very thorough. I've already glanced through it. It does give all the board identifications that are in there, as well as what I do like to see is an expanded view, exploded view of the finished product that lets you see where all the pieces are going to go, and then it does break it down step by step. The hardware section that comes with this is also, they can seem daunting when you first get these, but again, as long as you follow the instructions, it's great. It does come with all the provided hardware, including the power adapter, which is really cool, all the hardware for the cabinets, the glides, and each of these, like cabinet handles, are individually wrapped, which is good to protect them from getting kind of scratched up and things during shipping and transit. So we're ready to put this thing together. Step 1 uses pieces E, F, B, and G. And what we're going to be doing when we're putting this together is using these wood pegs and cam system, and I'll show you to use the cams when we get to that point to put this together. So you're just going to follow the instructions and lay it out just how it is. Very simple, very easy to follow. And putting these pieces in right where they belong. Step number 2, we're going to start inserting some of these pieces that are the 2-part with the cam lock system. And we're going to go ahead and put these pins that have this little beveled edge in here, that when we then insert it into this locking cam piece, it will lock around like that and secure this and tighten it into place. And these will getting put in there. I'll show you how the second part of that goes, but this first part is already calling for some of these. And again, you can use a manual screwdriver or power one. If you're going to use a power one, you don't want to tighten these down too much to overstrip those. You just want to get them right in there just snug like that. Now this cam part, they kind of go in that hole, and you got to see where that pin sticks out down there in the end. It's going to slide in here like this. And now that that sets in there on this side over here, we're going to go ahead and turn that and clockwise, and that'll lock that into place to where now that's snug in there. We're going to do the same thing on the other one. Okay, we're going to be putting some of these pieces here on this actual desk top. So these are going to be more of these cam pieces. We're going to go around here and put these in all these small holes. These larger holes, they end up using these larger lag bolts that use a hex end on the end of these to put in there, and they're going to drive all the way through and attach into this part we've already created here. But again, you got to do this in the right steps. You got to do every step that it tells you. If you skip a step, you're going to end up, wishing you hadn't. Now again, we've got these hex-ended ones here. You can use a bit that'll fit, or use a tool that's going to go in any of these spots on the bottom of this that are kind of carved out here. They've been countersunk in that allow these to sit back flush. So we're going to go and drive those in. We've got a little bit of this put together. Next comes on for these upper doors. Now, it's going to hang on this track using this hardware, and this is some pretty nice hardware, I will admit. It's going to end up hooking over the top of this thing here and gliding across this. I think it's going to glide really well. Those are going to attach on here. We're going to get 2 of those on there and attach like that on this side here. Those are going to go on with the number 5 screws. We got our handles that are going to go on here like this, that are black, that are going to complete the nice black look there. And the nice part about this, the hardware screws are also black, which is a good feature there. And then the backs of these are going to have a little adjustable feet that we're going to get put in the back here that have little pads on them like that. So let's get those put together with those number 5s and get them put up. So we've got that top part completed. It's going to set that aside. About halfway through the book, we're going to start phase 2, which is building the bottom half. So what I've done over here is I've got the leg pieces and I've got the side pieces, and we're going to start installing those cam pins as well as some of these wooden dowels where it's recommended for that. Built the bottom half of this thing, came together. Still again feels a little bit wobbly, but that's going to all be solidified once we put the top on and it's going to fuse everything together. So we're going to now take a 2-man lift on this guy. We're going to lift this first section that we did. It's going to set on top of all these pegs, and we're going to lock down all the cams to basically fuse both of these pieces together. Now that we've got the top on and the back on, this thing is definitely stiffened up quite a bit. So now we shouldn't have to access the back side of it anymore. So we've kind of temporarily set it in the place where it's going to end up. Now we kind of get to put on some of the finishing touches, like some shelves and this cool little desktop electrical piece that did come with it. So we're just going to slide that down here like this. Fits nice and flush. I'm going to use a couple of these number 5 screws. There's already pre-drilled out areas where those are going to go. Super easy. Put that in there like that. And one in here like this. When you're in the tail end, it's time to put in some of the adjustable shelves. It does come with these little pieces here. There's number 15 is what they list them as. And they allow you to put these in these holes on the side here. And you can adjust it and put them wherever it is. I'm just going to put them in the middle because I don't know what we're going to be putting in here just yet. But you'll match it up with the same set of holes on the other side. And then that'll allow one of your other shelves here. They've already got little notches cut out to fit in there and slide right in place. And again, you can adjust it higher or lower if you had different little knickknacks that needed a different place to stay. You end up building your own drawers using some of those screws and a couple of cam pieces, and it comes with all the hardware included and the rollers. Since we'd already done the roller part on the other section, this piece just slides right in, lock itself into place. Now we've got the doors and drawers that'll stay out like that. It does come with, once you get this where you want it to mount on the wall, a safety restraint that you can attach to it to attach to the wall to keep it from tipping if you're concerned about a kid trying to climb up on top of this. This will work great for my daughter. I will mention these little sticky letters came off super easy. My kids helped pick them off. They all came off great. Great for office supplies. Everything functions like it should. Upper drawers glide very nicely. Should provide many years of wonderful service. Everything to put in there, which is great. Put little knickknacks, baskets up in there. Wonderful for office supplies. She's going to love it.